All right, that's enough of that. Enough, right?
The music.
I don't know. Are you still there?
I am still here.
I can barely hear you.
Well, that's because you turned everything up so really loud on your end.
All right. That better?
Well.
Or you vanished.
I'm so good.
There.
Okay.
Now that was smooth.
And the Bo and Steve show is off and rolling on another rocky start.
Yeah, per usual. Oh, well, who cares? I don't care what kind of product I turn out. I don't care. I'm turning out product, damn it.
That's right. High quality, high grade Bo and Steve radio show.
Doctor, is this the kind of programming that children will appreciate?
Well, Tommy, no, not really. It's probably not good for them, actually.
Good. I want to watch it.
Well, Tommy, in your case, we'll make an exception.
Now, children, remember, make sure your parents are out of the room, because last time little Johnny was had his parents listen to us while he was listening, and boy, there's a lot of trouble. So we had to fix that.
You traumatized my mother.
Yes, we did. That's why we don't want him in the room while we're doing our show here.
My father had her committed. You finally gave him the excuse he'd been waiting for. Wasn't nice.
Well, yes, but now at least you don't get sent to bed too early.
Well, yeah, but don't get pudding after dinner anymore, though, you know.
Well, sorry, but tell you what, I'll send some in an envelope to you. Leftover. I'll send some leftover pudding from my dinner. I'll just put it in an envelope and mail it to you, Johnny.
Yeah, you're going to be committed, too. That's what's going to happen.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry, say again.
Yes, indeed. Another week with the Bo and Steve show.
What's wrong with us?
What is wrong with us?
do you have some time?
Just a twist on our old saying on the Bo and Steve show.
Yeah, no, still the same saying. Oh, our anniversary, our 40th high school anniversary is coming up. You gonna be there?
I am not. I am going to be working on an event with my daughter and her church.
Yeah, I'm gonna not be there.
Okay, good. Then we'll not be there together.
That's right.
All right.
It'd be fun.
I get to see you every week. I'm sick of you now, so you know.
Well, you know what's funny, and I guess it just either very bad memory or I've blocked it all up. But I'm looking at all these people listed on Facebook. They say this person's coming, and this person. Here's a picture of this person. There, this person, and the list is getting longer. And I'm reading through it. I don't remember any of these people.
Well,
hey, I remember you. Now I remember you, and I remember Dave Cheverton and Dave Estelle, and none of them are on the list.
Well, Dave Cheverton was not in our class. He was a year earlier.
Oh, that's right. He was the junior kid. Anyway, but Dave Estelle was our class, and
Dave Estelle was our class.
You know, and he wasn't there. I remember.
Don Rollins, was he showed up on there?
Who?
Don Rollins.
Oh, Don Rollins. No, he's not on the list either.
Jay Lowry.
The guy with the big hair, the natural fro. Anyway, he's not on the list.
Okay, I can't remember.
And your best friend there, your Steve friend, he's not there.
Are we talking about the rat eye?
The guy who has such good driving skills.
Yes. No, he was a year before us.
Oh, well, that's probably why not. Well, actually, he's probably not there because he was killed in a car accident or something.
Or is in jail, prison.
Yeah, it could be. No, but I'm just saying, I looked through there, Laura Westland isn't there. What's the point in going there? Let's see.
she was not hard on the eyes during high school.
Of course, back then it was, now it's probably like, anyway, but.
We're not any of us as young as we used to be, so yeah.
Mine aren't sagging. Mine are.
Well, that's for you.
Yeah. If I can't say anything else, I can say that and know it's true.
Yes.
Well,
my stomach
gotta have
is sagging, but not other parts.
Say again?
My stomach may be sagging, but not other parts.
Okay, we're going dangerously close into areas that I don't want to talk about.
Okay,
so
you started it.
Yeah, but I at least was using the opposite sex.
Oh, yes. So 40 years.
You sure you're not gay? Oh well. Anyway, not that that wouldn't be okay,
Not that that matters. We understand how those things can happen.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we both agree that we won't be there because, well, you knew everybody. I never understood why. Nobody liked you, but you knew everybody.
Yeah, I did know a lot of people. Well, I like bothering people, so it was a hobby of mine.
Yeah, I know. Merlot's going to be there.
Yeah, I would doubt that.
They're going to roll him in. Hey, where am I? Hey, I thought I was dead. So we thought so too.
Yes, so there we are. No, high school reunions are interesting, at least the first couple of years. I don't think it's so interesting as much as it was.
Well, it gets sadder, So.
Yeah.
Not everyone has succeeded as well as we have,
That's true. I don't want to show them off, or up, anyway.
That's right. So, very sad.
Yeah, we got to be kind.
Tithing? We have to tithe? Kind.
Nice to these people. Kind, nice,
Give them a pillow.
Yeah, well, that too.
Okay.
Give me one. I didn't sleep well last night, and then I had to shoot the...
I watched the podcast back. Not only did you say it wrong, you spelled it wrong.
what?
Pillow. On the last broadcast, I was watching it back, and you kept saying pillow, and I go, pillow, pillow. It was like, and then you said P-E-L-L-O.
P-I.
There's a W at the end.
P-I-L-L-O-W, yes.
Yeah, but you didn't put the W on it. You went P-I-L-L-O. Okay.
No.
So
that was
you not only misspelled it, but you mispronounced it, but you misspelled it as well. So
no, you misunderstood. It's a new type.
I got video evidence. You can't get out of it. Try. I'll clip it in here. I'll bring it up. Wait a minute.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
It's my age.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. You are older than I am. Yeah.
Well, the Orange County Fair is coming up. As a matter of fact, I believe starting tomorrow.
Orange County in what state, Steve?
It is Orange County, California, Southern California.
That would be in the United States of America, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe you are correct, sir. And it would be in Costa Mesa, California, is where the actual fairgrounds are going to be. And they are starting tomorrow. And for the first hour, if you get in, it's free. But unfortunately, we can't go the first hour.
Oh well. Well, I know I won't be going.
Okay.
And
maybe when we get out here again.
Oh, our county fair, I believe, begins in September, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's right. We have a state fair and a county fair.
That one, I think the Los Angeles County Fair starts as well.
I love the LA County Fair. That one's good. Huge.
Well, I remember when we went to the one and it was a big rug that was rolling and just dumped us out onto it.
That was good.
That was good. Interesting.
That's surprising. I figured it out just before it happened because I didn't know what was going on. You and Dave got into the what I thought was like a booth, or maybe it was a coaster or something. I wasn't sure what. So you leave and it opens again. I get in and I sit down and I think, okay, so it's like a box or something that rides along, and then I notice these rollers I'm sitting on. And, oh, wait a minute! And just as my brain is just boom,
It's so sad they closed that down.
Yeah, well,
Probably
all the
too many
lawsuits.
lawsuits, but I loved it.
Ah, well, it was fun. But I like the LA County Fair. Of course, it is a good place to, I don't know, nowadays, the last time I went there, it was getting pretty dangerous. They had some gangs and such wandering around there, and maybe it's improved since then.
Well, I don't go on the weekend. I go on a weekday early morning. I'm usually, Alexis and I'm one of the first ones going through there. And so we stay 4 or 5 hours, see what we want to see, and then leave. Because Alexis doesn't have a lot of strength after all the chemo and the cancer.
Yeah.
So, whenever she wants to go, we go. But get to go there. They have the Texas donuts, that huge, about that big.
Yeah.
It's a glazed donut.
I still though corn dogs because you can buy the corn dogs in the frozen department at the store. Nah, okay.
It's
You can
just
buy
under
them.
Captain.
Well, you can get them at Wiener Schnitzel. Nah, Sonic. Nothing tastes like a county or state fair corn dog. I mean, it's so dripping with saturated fats, you just can't count them all.
Absolutely, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, well, of course, they're trying to outlaw that, They've already put out a thing that by the end of 2015 or 2016, except with special permission, they can't use saturated fats anymore.
I didn't know that. How sad. What
Yeah.
we grew up on.
Again, it's ruling through edict. No law was passed. Didn't go through Congress or the Senate or anything. Just it was sent down from on high through the Food and Drug Administration or whoever it was issued it, and said this is how it will now be. So we don't need a Congress or Senate anymore because we don't need anyone to pass laws or regulate. We just by edict can go ahead and say this is how it's going to be. No more of this. You're done.
Yeah, that's not right.
No, it's extremely wrong. Of course, we got a Supreme Court that's right out of their bloody minds.
Yes, I mean, yeah. I've been very disappointed on some of their major.
Well, either Roberts was a sleeping cell for the liberals all these years, or they've got something really good on him. Because, like, when he first voted and said, "Yeah, Obamacare is legitimate," yeah, it's okay. And like even Kennedy, who's usually the swing vote, who
right.
Away, he was arguing with Roberts, saying, "Are you out of your mind?" Apparently he had a huge argument with him before the decision came down. And the other funny thing, and why I think they got something on him, is because if you read his opinion, it's like someone came in last minute and said, "You're going to change your ruling the other way around," because, like they said, everything he wrote sounds like he's going to rule the other way until at the very end he concludes and rules with the Obamacare. But everything about the way it's written sounds like he's going to go the other way. And sort of like he wrote his opinion, they came in there. Yes, we do have these pictures of you with the 3 women, 2 dogs, and a goat in the motel room, and we will release them if you don't vote this way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not, but it's really weird. Like I say, that or he's been a sleeper cell for the last 20 years for the left. Who knows? What do I know? I don't know. I've given up pretty much.
It's just, it's not what it should be.
Remember, for years, Limbaugh was saying, "We're winning." The heck we are.
Not now.
Anyway.
Well, what else is going on in life?
I don't know.
I'm trying to get my car smogged.
What do you want me to do? Be entertaining? Come on.
Well, that was kind of the thought there. But
all right, but I'm really tired.
To smog a car in the state of Arizona than it is the state of California. I will probably be correct on that statement.
It's probably, I don't know for a fact, but that's the odds would be Arizona, generally speaking, is more favorable to business and more favorable, on a conservative bent. They've lessened up too over the years. Texas is about the only one. Texas and a couple of the southern states are the only ones who are really trying to hold a hard line on the right, and they're losing ground too. The thing that's always with me is you're losing as long as you're losing ground. Doesn't matter how much you say, "Well, we're fighting against it." Yeah, but it's like a tug of war. we're fighting against it, but you're sliding all the way. I've slowed down the sliding, but we're still going that way. Well, you're still losing. And
Well,
that's kind of what I see in all these, even the states that are the most conservative, they're still losing. So anyway, it is what it is. And like I say, I pretty much give it up. I have no further hope.
I'm going to still fight, but for what I believe is correct.
No, I won't.
To see.
No, I won't fight anymore. I give up.
No, you can't. Can't. Can you?
Okay.
Okay, you can't? Okay, good. All right, you won't. Okay.
I'm in the fight.
All right.
Dun 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 dun. I need a flag behind me.
You're deep behind.
Huh?
You were a beat behind. You stopped for a moment, and I kept going.
Man, you're hostile.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too. Do you see him giving us any trouble though?
Who, tired?
No, let's see. There.
Oh, the little green guy with the yellow lips there? No, I don't.
He's there in case you didn't show up, so I needed somebody to work with.
I got my dog in case you didn't show up.
Oh, good.
And he's sleeping. He's more entertaining than you were last week.
Yeah. It might have been interesting to put a camera on me last week. So, Bo, how are things going? Hey, good.
Good. I'm so glad it's going well for you.
You think you can stay that way? I know our ratings are going up.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
I gotta go to work tomorrow morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then I gotta go. Well, actually, I shouldn't complain to you. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah, well, I don't have a job, but
You do have a job. Just, you know what I pay.
no, not that type of job.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, no, not that. No, not that. No, I give that away these days. Anyway.
Let's see. So, Orange County Fair, California Gift Show are both going on tomorrow and Saturday.
How does that interest our global audience?
Well, local fairs, no matter where they are very interesting. I was watching California Gold with Huell Hauser, and he did a fair in Northern California that was in the middle of a whole bunch of tall trees.
He did a fair.
That was kind of it didn't like the Orange County Fair or anything. They didn't make everything flat. It was just worked around the trees, the whole fair.
Okay.
The rides, the booths, everything was just kind of spread out through all these trees. It was kind of interesting.
Okay.
I like fairs because, again, you get all the fattening, high cholesterol things that'll snap your blood vessels shut in a moment, and that's where you can get them. So,
yeah, I've had fun there. I've had fun. You know what I miss though most is I like to be able to go by Knott's Berry Farm, like just to drop by for dinner or things like that. I always liked Knott's.
I did too. We haven't been there either in a very long time. Alexis used to work at Red's Leather Shop there before I met her. Well, before we dated anyway. I think she was during high school, but she worked at Red's Leather Shop.
Yep.
And we need to go back.
I did not work there.
No.
I worked at Disneyland for a little over a year.
Yes, you did. I snuck into Disneyland and visited you there at night sometimes.
Yep.
Dave and I both.
Oh, he's admitting to a misdemeanor on our broadcast right here.
Yes, I am. But it is so far along dead that it's off the books.
Statute of limitations has run. I'm sorry, Disney. Even your attorneys can't touch him now.
That's right.
Well, you remember our trip to Alabama?
I do remember it very well, at least parts of it very well. I don't know all of it.
Everybody join in.
Alabama. Wait, are we on that?
Nope, that's it.
Oh,
Any more, we have to pay a royalty.
okay. We don't want to do that.
No.
No, we actually, that was the song we sang. That came out very nearly about the same time we went out to Alabama. I think the year earlier, maybe.
A few years earlier.
Could be.
I think it was 72, 71.
That was our song coming back, because we flew out there, but we drove all the way back from Alabama to California.
You heard him say it. It was our song.
But not in that sense.
I didn't say it. Just the way you put it, our song. You didn't say it was the song we listened to or the song, our cruising song. They said it was our song.
It was our cruising song. Two macho guys are picking up chicks all along the way. Maybe rats, but
Yeah, let's see.
The rats ate the wires out of the engine. That was impressive.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd want to eat wires.
Well, they ate the not the wires exactly. It was the insulation off the wires.
Yeah, that must have been delicious.
Yeah, but the rats did that. That's why the truck wouldn't start.
That is correct. But they managed to repair the truck, but we took the rats with us. We didn't know it.
It was quite lovely.
Running out from under the cab, under the seat there. Yeah. Oh, we saw rats. Okay.
Should have brought a cat with us, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Is him behind you or something?
What behind me?
It looks like the whole genre here has gone dark a little bit on your side. Any light changes? No? Okay.
Lights are still working. I mean, what I've got of them. My picture's darker than yours. Yours got a lighter room or something, or better aperture setting. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have to get another camera. This is just too fuzzy.
Yep. Well, like I say, there are advantages to that. Yeah.
Oh. Well, let's see.
I'm tired. If my only problem tonight is I am tired. I got 4 hours sleep yesterday, and I got up this morning, and I got in about maybe 5.5 the night before. Got up this morning, and you know the ones where you get out of bed and it's like, yeah, I know I got to get up now, and I know I got to keep moving, but boy, I want to fall back on that mattress.
Yeah, you know what's weird? I'm unemployed, but yesterday got up, 8:30, felt great. This morning when I actually had to be someplace early, I couldn't sleep. Kept waking up in the middle of the night. Yeah, anyway.
The weirdest one to me ever was I went to Ireland. You remember that ages ago?
I remember you went to Ireland. You actually were looking for a wife back in Ireland.
Yeah, actually, I found. I can't.
Okay.
But it's just you never know who's going to see the broadcast. But all I'll say was there was a really nice girl there, who I spent some time with her. I don't remember. I do remember. She had to leave town. And I only got to spend a couple of days with her, and she wasn't going to be back before I had to leave again. So, but anyway, this was just
as green as they say.
Huh?
Is it the Emerald Island as green as they say?
Yeah, it is actually incredible.
Good.
It rains like crazy. All the people have moss growing on them. I mean, it's terrible. Really, really wet there. Yeah.
Yes, I can see the television advertising.
But my point in bringing it up, not to get myself in trouble, my point in bringing it up was when I went to Ireland, I got no sleep. Well, first, my flight left like 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
So I've been awake all day since early morning. I leave at 11 o'clock at night, and back in those days, I could not sleep sitting up. So on a plane, I couldn't sleep no matter what.
It takes a while to get used to doing that.
And they had a stop in Boston, and then I didn't sleep there. And I caught the plane over to Ireland, and I got there, and I arrived about 5 o'clock in the morning, Ireland time. I spent going to bed then would be a bad idea.
Your internal clock, yes.
Yeah, so I decided better stay up until evening. I'll wait till like 6, 7 o'clock, and I'll go to bed. Anyway, finally, it was somewhere around 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I had been awake about 56 hours at that point.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I actually felt like I was getting ill. I mean, I
Oh,
reached the point of awake where I feel like I'm getting sick or something. So I went to my hotel room and I lay down and I'm expecting, okay, I've been awake 56 hours. I'm exhausted. I can barely take it. I lay down and think I'm going to fall asleep like instantly. Half an hour later, what is going on here?
I didn't know that part of it. I don't remember that part of it.
Yeah, but it was like, how can this be? I am this tired. Why am I not falling asleep?
Yeah, I
Anyway,
remember up 72 hours for inventory for one of the major companies that I worked for in the computer center. And just going, I wonder how long a person can stay awake.
well, the world's record is a long way beyond 72 hours, but it's not a good idea.
No, I was not wanting to do that. It was not a desire of mine. It was kind of forced upon me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, but you must have made a fortune in overtime.
no, because I was salary.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah. See, I don't think salary is an excuse to be able to abuse people. There should there should still be something in there, salaried or no. You put a person past a certain number of hours, and there's additional to be paid.
And there is actually.
Well, maybe in
They didn't
California, not
do
here.
it, but yes, there is overtime even on for salary people. And you can't abuse people and leave them awake 72 hours saying you shouldn't leave, you're going to get in trouble and all that stuff. All right.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't work, does it?
Well,
Because I know here the thing is, Arizona, yes, it's more conservative to be sure than California. Oh, by the way, I just noticed the thing coming across the news line. Jerry Brown has announced no water at the county fair. So,
no, but of course, I'll bring my own.
yeah. No. No plastic either.
High density polyethylene. Well, I'll bring a sheep's bladder and
Oh, well, okay.
full water.
Yes, but where are you going to get the water from?
The ocean. There's plenty of salt water out there. I'll just dip it.
When California reelected him governor again, I said, that state's doomed.
I did not do that. It was not my fault. I did not vote for him.
I didn't think it was your vote, but it just is like, really? A failure the first time through, big time? But let's bring him back again, folks.
He can fail bigger, which he's been doing.
Yeah. I don't know. Schwarzenegger, I don't know, was all that great, but he had to be better than Brown.
The first little while, he was actually trying to put some things through that I thought would have been fantastic, and then everyone balked at it, so he just backed off and didn't do anything else, and was a failure after that.
Oh yeah, no, I know. He was. He didn't have. He may be incredibly strong and invincible in his movies, but as the governor, I give up. It's okay.
That was it. The shorts of the governor was good for a very short time at the beginning.
Well, most of them, they're all scared to death of the media on the right these days. Right now they're saying about Donald Trump, they say, well, this is a joke, and Donald Trump is saying outrageous things, and this man couldn't possibly win the Republican, and we don't know why he's leading in the polls. It's so stupid. They're just showing the super conservative base is making the Republicans look like idiots. As they're saying it, I think, wait, this all sounds real familiar. Wait, they were saying all the same things when Reagan was running, that he can't win. No one can say that the outrageous things that he's saying and get elected. The people will never go for it. This man is over the top. Yeah, you were saying the same exact things about him when he was running. So here's
I would still vote for him over most for who we have now, but.
Well, all the Republicans these days, so-called conservatives and all, they are so scared. They go running. It's like, well, yeah, we kind of are good. And when they do put a vote up, it's like whenever they know it can't go through, they're big time. Like when the Democrats still had the majority and all, we're going to put in another opposition vote and vote down this thing, and we're going to. course, they lose because they don't have the votes. Now they have the votes. Well, no, we couldn't put that through right now. We have other things on our agenda, and he'd veto it anyway. I mean, what's the point?
Well,
It's all for show. They don't believe it anymore. All they want is their jobs. They don't care about anything else.
yeah, maybe we should start a new party, but
Well, problem is yes, there needs to be a third party, but it requires some very smart people to run it because you have to make it really clear to the voter. We're a third party. We will not be running a presidential candidate. We will not be running a presidential candidate. We will run in any area where we have the ability to knock out the Republican, either from his seat as a Republican who supports our party, or as our party if the opening is strong enough and we can beat both parties as a third party. But we will not topple the Republican at the cost of having a Democrat in there, which just makes it worse. It requires very smart work to put it together right. Because if you're just a third party, you throw a Republican out there, all you do is split the vote and you hand it to the Democrats.
well, just like what was it? The multi-billionaire that ran years ago, short little guy, big ears.
Yeah, I remember.
Hell, I'll tell you what's wrong with this country. I'll tell you.
That's him. But he split the vote.
Those black helicopters. They're coming out to get us.
But you're right. He split the Republican vote and
Yep.
messed everything up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is it's like, I don't mind playing fair. In fact, I always approved of the fact when I was younger that, the right would get some power, the left would. It kind of struggled back and forth. That's good for the country. You don't want to go too far in any direction. It's good to kind of play a tug of war back and forth. But nowadays that's gone, and that's the danger. Is when you no longer have any balance. It's I don't care if it was to the right. I would not want to see a super dominating right which basically did not answer to the people either. That's just as bad.
Yeah. Okay.
You need balance, anyway, and you need the people to actually. Well, here's the biggest part: is you need a populace that actually understands what's going on, and we don't have that anymore. You watch these things on TV, huh?
They do everything at the ballot poll and haven't done the research before they go on the ballot poll.
It isn't even research. They don't even understand. It's like you look at all these things like Jay Leno used to do on the air and some of these other shows. Who's our president right now? That tall guy. What's his name? You know him. He's yeah. Well, who's the vice president? We have a vice president. Yeah.
Those people on the street interviews.
Name one person on the U.S. Supreme Court. Okay, if you could just tell me what that is. Well, no, I get into these things with people that say, well, my candidate, if he's elected president, he's going to do such and such. How's he going to do that? Well, he's going to pass a law. He's going to pass a law? Yeah. Okay, the president himself is going to pass a law. Yeah. Okay, do you know how laws are made? No.
Well, hold on a second. But hasn't our current sitting president made some presidential laws?
Yes, but you can only do that if you have the majority of the media, the mainstream as they call it, media, saying this is all well and good, nothing to see here, this is all just fine, democracy's safe, freedom rings, okay? As long as you get that, you can get away with it. Now, let me ask you, how long do you think it would be, 2 seconds after an edict came out, taking off the gun control restrictions and such, some president threw that down. They'd go into high gear on every station and every newspaper. This man must be impeached. Oh my God! Who does he think he is? Adolf Hitler? Ah!
Yeah, the president you like could do all that, but the president you don't like can't.
It's a one-way street. It's been that way all my life. It's just getting more and more obvious and more clear. And you got a populace. When I was a kid, average person understood how government worked. The average person understood, the process. They understood, to some degree, some moral code of some kind, which actually was mostly shared by the left and the right, even though we had different ideas about it, but pretty much the same moral code. Now that's not the case anymore. They don't know how it works. They don't understand how things are done. They don't know what's really going on, and the moral code is kind of a mush if it when it exists at all.
What moral code?
Well, there's the thing is it's like when they say, well, this isn't a Christian country. Well, it was. I don't know if it still is, but it was. And back years ago, even when we were young, 80%, 90% of the country were Christian. About 70% were church attending. And that was on both the left and the right. And so we all, even though we might have a different idea about how things should be done or what, we pretty much all shared the same concept, the same values, the same God, if you will, and so forth. It's not true anymore. And which I think is a lot of the reason for some of the divisiveness. There are a lot of reasons for the divisiveness, but
well, one thing, and this has been stated, I've heard people that were in the government politics for quite a few years. They said in the older days, like when you and I were growing up.
Back when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, they may have been across the aisle, may have disagreed, but they'd go to the same parties. They're friendly to each other and all of that stuff. But not now. They don't go to the same parties. They're enemies.
From some of the Republicans who I halfway trust. I don't trust any of them, but that I halfway trust. I've heard them sit there and say, "Well, they still smile and shake your hand. They just got a knife in the other hand. They should, use it as soon as they can."
Yep.
So it's like, oh, we'll act friendly. We'll try. Oh, yeah, working together. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing what we say, we're working together.
Let's get rid of them all and start over with new people. Not the process, but new people.
Might be the case, but the problem is it probably won't happen here. I know people joke about, oh, well, Texas seceding from the Union, and so I don't see that at the moment. But if it continued to keep going and going and going the way it's been going, those, just like if you take the Puritans who ran out of Europe and came to America, they had great, risk and sacrifice.
Right.
And people say, well, fanatics. Well, no, people of very strong faith and belief. Well, I think it could come to that you get, if it goes far enough, fast enough, you could get a backlash of people saying, hey, this is too much. We can't do this. And you're not going to be able to turn the country around. You're not going to be able to steer this whole thing and somehow turn it around. It's in high speed, in the direction it's going. You can slow it down sometimes, but that's it. So I could see people saying, we need a place to go where those of like thinking, it can be. And Texas is certainly a possibility.
Now, isn't the contract essentially between the national, the nation, and each state? It can be dissolved, as I understand it.
Well, it's an issue. It's a legal issue, and it's been argued both ways for a long time. And whether a state really has the legal right to withdraw or not, hard to say. It's not specifically addressed in the Constitution. Where it says you cannot. There aren't any words that specifically say a state cannot leave this union. And also there's nothing in it that says a state can leave this union. So it's up for debate. I think it all depends, too, who's in charge at the time. There are those, like Lincoln, was like, nope, not going to let you do it, and the country was not actually so much with him at the time. But, we're not going to let you do it. You're going to stay. But along the way, I've seen presidents who I think that would have said, yeah, let them go.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah, and it just really, if they want to fight it, then that would be one thing. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, again, of course, we beat England, so you never know what would happen. But the odds said we weren't going to do it. The odds at the time, if anyone was betting, said, well, England's going to crush that little uprising in America. They're the most powerful military in the world, Of course, we had a few breaks and some luck along the way, too.
Absolutely. And we didn't have to wear bright red uniforms that stuck out.
Yeah, well, We're all going to stand out here in the hot sun in these red uniforms that attract the heat like crazy. And we're going to stand here in these meadows all lined up with our guns, and we're going to stand here and fight them. Where are they? They're hiding behind those trees, picking us off. Oh, darn. That's not nice.
That's not cricket.
That's right, exactly. It's just not done, you know. Just not done.
Well, what was it? Stan Freeberg, you know. Why no? We'll surrender, and then we'll get foreign aid.
That's right. What's not totally untrue is the British, when they surrendered, they made a stupid mistake. You got backed up against the ocean. You stuck out there on a peninsula. It's like, heck.
What do we do now?
Let's see. We're surrounded on all sides, and we got nowhere to go. Darn, I didn't see it going this way. You know, so they surrendered. But the truth is if the British had had the will to continue the fight, even after his surrender, they could have come back and said, well, he may have surrendered to you on that day at that fight, but we're not done. This is still ours, and he doesn't have the authority to give up the war. They could have come back, but they didn't because they had a fight with the French going on, which was hardly the first time that was going on. You know, they had other things, expenses. The fight in America was really costing way more than they ever thought it was going to cost. And it was sort of like, let them have 4 or 5 years without us. And by the time they see what hell they've created, it'll be easy to bring them back into the fold.
You know? 200 and how many years later, we haven't decided to go back?
No, although the way things are going, maybe we should. No. Now, England's got more problems than we do.
Yeah.
I don't. I've got news for you. The way it's going in England right now, you think we got a problem with our border here? In England, the way it's going, I suspect that the next king or queen, about 2 or 3 generations down the road, will go, "Welcome to England, my friend. This is a wonderful place. London, it's got great. Come in, please."
Going that way, Princess Diana was going to possibly marry that gentleman.
I don't care who anyone marries. Like I say, I've got no problem with it. I don't even care if who they marry as the royal family. I wouldn't care what race or anything else. What I'm saying though is, they've been abandoning their culture for years. They always prided themselves on tradition and their culture. Well, the truth is they're letting their culture just evaporate, and just having a crowned king and queen who are sort of holding it up and the touristy spots, that's not going to save it.
No.
So it's
that does take a few bucks to run all of those castles.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but again, I can't do anything about our problem. I certainly can't do anything about theirs. It's a culture war. That's all it comes down to. It's what culture do you want? It's you can argue that there's no right or wrong to it, which that's fine. But it's a culture war, and what culture do you want? Do you want the traditional culture that we've had? Apparently, this country does not, at least not anymore.
And it's turned very quickly, actually, in the last, 20, 30 years. Well,
I remember very young here locally, he had a radio show, a conservative talk radio, although it's funny, over the 20 years I listened to him, he went from pretty darn conservative to sort of middle of the road. It's funny how often I see that happen. But he wasn't nearly as conservative. But I remember when I first got here, an issue was coming up about talking about gay marriage. He says, "We will never have gay marriage in this country." He says, "It's absurd. We don't need a constitutional amendment. What a waste of our government's troubles. We don't need such a thing. It can't possibly happen." And he gave his reasons and blah, blah, blah. He retired just like 6 months ago or so, not that long ago. And I remember like about a year ago, he's there. Well, people have just got to accept that gay marriage is a given. It's going to happen. That's going to be part of the, it. And there's really, that's, you got to stop this, fighting against the tide. It's the way it's going to be. You were the same guy who said this will never happen. I mean, not that he's the first person on earth to ever be wrong, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It's either right or it's wrong. And like the last pope said, he says, when God comes down and tells me he's changed his mind on something, then I change my mind too. He says, but until I hear different, I'm going by what he said before.
I'm going to have to go with the Pope on that one.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you got a new copy? The Bible too. Oh, let's see. Oh, this is interesting.
Actually.
It's like, and there's a, well, everyone has to live by your rules. Well, no, but in general, everybody has to live by the same rules, and rules are generally around some kind of moral center. Because if there is no right or wrong, then you can do anything. You can pass any law you want and have anything happen, because there is no absolute. And I don't believe in that. I have a real problem. It's true there.
The United States was based on either, and we are not where we can vote anything in. We are a republic, which there is center of moral laws, but that is being degraded all the time.
Well, and the other thing, they're trying to eliminate God. Their Christianity, they just go after it like crazy in the last 10, 15 years, really longer, but you get, again, stronger and stronger as they go along. And the thing is that the reason you've got to defeat God and Christianity and all is because it says, it says, given the, inalienable rights given by their creator. Now, who is our creator? The government? No. Not our parents, not specifically. No, the creator was a reference to God. I don't care what you say, it was, and it's proven a million times over. But the thing is that if God doesn't give us our rights, then who does? The government. And if the government gives us our rights, then it's just up to the whims of those who run the place. You're right. The reason your rights have to come from God is so that the authority is above and beyond that of the government, and the government cannot supplant it. Yep. Cannot sit there and say, nope, you don't have that anymore. Because you can say it, but then we have that right to bear arms and come at you for it, because you don't have the right to take them away. And what they want is, they don't want that moral authority behind people where they think that they have a right to those rights.
Yep.
Okay. I'll disassemble my soapbox now and get on home.
Down the street. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I can go on forever. Of course, like you said,
I talk here and let other people listen if they desire to.
Who?
Look, we got 3,000 listeners right now. They can also, they must be agreeing with us.
0.
Or 0, one of the two. I knew it was one of those numbers.
Yeah, this is somewhere between 0 and 3,000, leaning heavily to one side or the other.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, my dog's listening to me. He may not understand, and he's snoring half the time.
First, I think it's wrong, because I'm viewing you and you're viewing me, so that's 2 viewers right there.
Right. My dog's watching. Well, no, he's listening. His eyes are closed.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here contemplating the universe.
At least you're not contemplating your navel or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a widescreen navel. All right.
Hey, here, I get you a shot. No,
I don't think we need that. Thank you very much.
It may be that Barbara Eden couldn't show hers, but I'll show you mine. I'll tell you what.
Good old Barbara Eden, yes.
And the same thing was true of Marianne. I didn't know it, but those short shorts she wore, even though they let them go higher than they'd ever let them go on TV, they did make sure the top band covered a belly button. I try to remember, what was it about the belly button that they thought was so sensual? I don't quite get that one. Maybe it's just me, but I've never had a thing for belly buttons. I don't know.
I Dream of Jeannie, they actually put putty in her belly button, so it would kind of smooth out.
Is that an erogenous zone I'm just not aware of?
Well, it wasn't necessarily it's not something I kind of desired, no.
No, I don't know. I mean, maybe, of course, what do I know? I think marriage is between a man and a woman, so I obviously don't know anything. The Supreme Court of this land says that I'm wrong. And the thing is, I knew they would rule that way. That's why I said for years, yes, you do need a constitutional amendment. Because, honestly, I think it's true that if you go by the Constitution basically saying, equal rights for all, and if you want to bring marriage down to that, eliminating, any religious background or anything else, if you come down to just a legal definition of equality, yeah, I guess you'd have to say, if you'll let me marry them, but you won't let me marry them, you are denying me equality. I always said you need the constitutional amendment because that's the only way that then the Supreme Court then can say, well, yeah, but the Constitution says in this case we can do exactly that, and we do.
I remember a lady calling in on Rush Limbaugh saying she wanted to marry her dog for that point. She really didn't, but I mean, the point was that she was pointing out that,
Well, of course they're saying that. Well, now they'll allow polygamy. No, they can get around that one because everybody has the right to marry one. That's equal among everybody. By saying you can marry one person, there's nobody any different. It's not like you're saying, well, you're denying me the rights that others have. No, you're not. Nobody else has that right either. So I think they get around the polygamy one because I don't think the politicians particularly, they have no use for that. There's nothing in it politically for them.
Well, I can't even keep one woman happy all the time. No, that's not about to happen.
Well, I've always thought, what kind of man would want to have multiple wives? Now, I don't want anyone to take that wrong, okay? But I'm just saying, is men and women have enough trouble one-on-one working together to make things work out well with each other. It takes work. All you'd be doing is increasing that workload tremendously.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
All I know is I'd get in trouble more often. Nah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, I've said enough things to get me arrested, I'm sure, so I should probably just, let it all go. Fortunately, for those who are listening, I am no threat to you because I have no power whatsoever. No one even watches this thing.
Not yet. You will see. Days gone by from now. And this is the original Bo and Steve show from, well, not the original. No. That's our second try at the Bo and Steve show.
No, fortunately for them, I'm getting too old and she now. You're still spouting off those opinions? What opinions? You're still in favor of marriage just between a man and a woman? Well, if they want to, sure. I'm good with that.
Yes. Well, when we're about 100, we may be kind of going back on this and understanding, I did that. I did say that, yeah.
No, I'll look at when I'm 100, I'll be looking at the video and go, who is that fool? What a moron! What does he know? Why am I watching this crap?
He's boring. Get him off.
That's right. I can't believe the crap they get on TV these days. It's horrible. Oh, my goodness. He's ugly to boot, I tell you.
Yes, well, let me see if I can actually get a better camera for next time.
Now the fuzzy one, he's cute. I kind of like the fuzzy one. Sort of like a cuddly bear, all fuzzy, He's okay.
Yeah, I think that's a dog snoring in the background.
Says that with my eyesight, by that time, probably everything would be fuzzy anyway.
Who is that? Yeah, exactly. Now that is scary.
Yeah.
Back away from the camera.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. Okay, we do have a reading of his retinal scan now.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up because I don't want to set the time record. It's almost about 10, and that's about when I planned on wrapping it up anyway. Usually, because we're only about an hour, give or take.
Yeah.
And I think we've done a pretty good job of messing this up, clearly. So,
and anyone that listens to will be messed up as well, and that's our goal.
Well, I also got to get this thing out. It goes on YouTube automatically,
right?
But I need to also put out on Ustream and some of the others.
Well, we got to find up on Google Words some words to use as a title that'll make it more enticing for people to.
Did you read? Can you see at the bottom of the screen the name of tonight's show?
No, I can't see that.
It says Bo and Steve setting up their train wreck.
Ah, okay.
All of our titles always have train wreck in it. Like the last one we just did the other day, it said Bo and Steve, an unscheduled train wreck.
Okay. And watch the federal government come looking and investigate us.
Actually, I've noticed some of the viewers on some of our early ones, I think they were looking for a video on a train wreck.
I think so, but this is it's
Ah.
a train wreck.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, I tried to, by the way, last thing, but I tried tonight to get my iPhone to allow me to broadcast on here.
Right.
And the app won't load to my phone, of course. It's even my daughter later, I've never seen this before. It's not. It's an iStore, Apple iStore or whatever app, and I've never seen one that won't load. Yours won't load.
Of course not.
Yeah,
that's too easy.
That's government conspiracy. That's what it is.
Just trying to
They
stop
know where
us.
I am and they found my phone. They're trying to get me.
Well, with that, old man there, Mr. Tutwater there, I think we're going to call it a night.
All right. Are you in there?
Can't wait for me. I'm backing up here.
All right. Anyway, it's been fun for us anyway.
Ah,
I've got my finger on the mouse and I'm about to hit the stop broadcast.
okay, Bodfish Breath. Well, live long and prosper.
All right. Happy Pluto.
Yeah, 10-4, good buddy. All right. See you next week.
And out.